Oh, hey. What's up? Welcome to Creative Emotions Podcast. Listen, where you will get this good energy. You're going to get these good vibes, motivation. You're going to get some encouragement and all that good stuff. Welcome to the show. Make sure you guys take a moment and share this video. Again, I want to welcome you to the show. Welcome to Creative Emotions. We got to get, some finger snaps and toe taps in here. There we go. And I want to welcome Chef Wilson to the show. He's here with me.
Most definitely.
We are doing our relationship series. If you guys have been following that, we are just, we have life experience. That's what makes us experienced.
Yes,
I won't even say
definitely.
experts. Like, this is just something we came to do together to say, let's talk about stuff that we did that didn't work and maybe it can help somebody else, right?
Absolutely.
When it comes to that. Okay, so it's a little delayed. All right. So the first one we did was the approach. I want you guys to go back and listen to these shows. They were really good. When it comes to approaching yourself, just understanding that we have personal things that we have to deal with before we can enter into a relationship or bring someone into our space. So approaching yourself was not like necessarily approaching the person, but it's approaching yourself in a different way. The question was the next one we talked about. The question was, what questions do you ask when you're out on a date and, or just getting to know people? What questions do you ask? Because they have different games. They have different card games where you can, get to know people. You can ask these questions to kind of dig into their mind, see where their spirit and their soul is. So it's different things that you can do. And so what questions did you ask? The next one we talked about was first date and what to expect. So today we are going to talk about dating expectations or expectations.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, so let's talk about this thing.
What does that look like? What are your expectations for people? Should you go into a situation with a certain amount of expectations, and what does that look like? So, a lot of people put their scholar face on. They put on the best version that they can think about you want to see. But I feel like
I agree with you 100%.
That brings problems, especially when you can't keep up with, with that type of thing. So how do you feel about that? Expectations. Do you have expectations? So you have a lot of comparisons when it comes to social media. It's a lot of pressure when it comes to romanticism and, what's appropriate. We was actually talking about that yesterday. I had wrote some things down. We were talking about just what people see and they compare their lives to it, or like, a date, or if somebody set up a date, or, with the, like candles and balloons and the effort they put in. And so all of this stuff is happening, and then, you expect that.
We got to start recording our conversations because that'd be wild.
Listen, real good conversations.
And that'd be good. So, yes. But, this evening, I'm going to let the ladies go first so you can address this.
Yeah, so this is a live show. You guys can call in at 313-266-2811. That is the number to call in. Today we are talking about expectations and what does that look like when you're just getting to know people. Like, I feel like it becomes a problem. Me personally, when you have certain expectations based off of what you have in your mind, instead of allowing people to be themselves, so you can see if it's even worth your time.
Or your investment.
Yeah, because time is investment.
Yeah, you know how we feel about that.
When we talking about that time?
Yes, we were.
Women talking about their time.
Men talking about their money. Yes,
that's a real thing.
That's right.
So, what do your list look like? I got a few things down. So, should you have expectations when dating others, or some of the things that you should look for, like compassion? Things changing out of your control. When you're first dating somebody, something come up, do you have that spirit of compassion, or you just like, man, you wasting my time, and, like, what? But having that compassion, being respectful, consideration, Being on the phone. I
That phone thing.
I
love the phone thing because I will put you on the phone for like 3 or 4 weeks.
No, I'm saying being on the phone, like, if you're on a date.
Oh, on it. Oh,
These
yeah.
talking about these
that's
expectations.
trash. Yeah. So
you're on the phone, and I, do you take in consideration, like, do you block the time out so that you're not interrupted? Like, how does that work?
me personally, if what I can remember, if I had went out on a date, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let people know, hey, I'm out this evening. Call you later.
Okay.
Right. So I'm not on the phone.
Right. I just think that that's rude.
That's very rude.
It's very rude. So that's the expectation. Like,
That is.
if you on your phone, I almost want to get up and like be like, okay,
So you saying you're expecting?
Talking-
I'm expecting your attention.
yes,
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. I agree with you.
yeah, like being on the phone. So I believe when we have expectations, it creates conflict, amongst ourselves and other people. When you have expectations for people, it's like, is your list shallow? Do you have a shallow list when it comes to,
No.
your expectations? Do you have a list? Do you know what you want in your life partner? So everybody's not that. Like, I don't feel like the expectation should not be that everybody's sized up to that. And I feel like that's where a lot of us go wrong. Definitely sizing people up and putting them into the one, instead of just trying to get to know, like, who they are.
I agree with you. I look at it as when I thought about it today. I don't have expectations for the person, but for the thing, because I'm hoping for the relationship. So I have it for the thing and not the person.
Okay, that's good.
And that's just how I started looking at it.
That's good. I get it. So your expectations for dating, or what it can lead to, versus the person that's in that role.
Absolutely.
I got you.
I looked up definition, and it came in as a strong belief of something that will happen. So if we get to the point where I'm on the phone with you and we finally get a chance to go out on a date, I'm hoping this thing works out. I'm like, man, our conversation is good. Everything is lining up. I hope this relationship works. I want to get into a relationship with her in my mind.
And that's your expectation.
Right.
Like, after how many dates, though?
If the way I do it, and I had did it in the past, didn't always work. But, I may talk to you on the phone for 3 or 4 weeks. So by the time we get to that first date, I'm expecting things to flow.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not that
So
guy.
it shouldn't be a date off rip.
No, I'm not that guy. I meet you on Saturday. We going out the following Friday. I'm good with that one. I've had people tell me, like, after
Wow.
4 weeks, like, you make time for what you want. And I'm like, I should have made more time. I'm going to tell you something. I didn't held somebody off for 3 months.
Before you went out on a date?
Yeah, that's right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
I think that he's talking about, yep. I think that's a good thing. But what was your reason, though?
Because I just believe that when you get into the dating, you learn about a person, but you don't get the things that you need to understand them. You learn the type of food, the type of music, movies. You learn all the stuff that's not going to sustain a relationship.
Okay.
So when you start dating right away, you learn that she likes for you to be on time. Open car doors, that's cool. But you don't get a chance to really learn about a person. So I think when you jump into dating, people can hide behind that. So when you're on a phone conversation, they can't wow you with the outfit, with the makeup, with the eyelashes, with the hair. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Rubbing you on your shoulder. You know what I'm saying? So
That makes sense. That's real.
yeah. You can't get wild.
That's real.
Yeah.
You can't get wowed. Okay, come on through with the gems. You can't get wowed. So are you strong enough to listen to red flags?
No, I
Different
haven't.
things that, I haven't. The boys
haven't in
been
the past.
slapping me in the face.
That was just looking
Like-
green to me.
You like, look, you don't see that? No, it's just,
Because I was getting the wild, I was getting wild. So the red flag, I'm just be honest with you
Yeah.
guys. and I'm probably not the only one to admit to this. Sometimes we see the red flags, but we make them green.
Yeah, for sure. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
That we often fight against ourselves. It has nothing to do with anybody else and everything to do with what you want at that moment. And making what's in front of you look like it.
Yes.
That's dangerous.
So have you had some red flags that you made green?
Absolutely.
So do you think that sometimes even with the expectations, that sometimes you give people a pass far too early in a relationship?
I do. I do feel like we should. So you know what? I'm going to be honest. What I feel like it stems from, because I said, are you strong enough to listen to the red flags? I feel like we overlook a lot of things because of past things that we haven't dealt with. I feel like a lot of times you go through life just in survival mode and you overlook a lot of stuff. You're like, oh, I'm good. When really, you're really not. And so that's why it's important to take that time with self first.
Yes.
Which, I'm understanding, like, every year it's so huge to me. But make it time for yourself so you can understand, like, ask those questions. Why am I allowing that to happen? Like, you say one thing, you do another, right? Because people hold on to their faith and their religion and they wonder why they fall over and over and over and over because it's some underlining issue. We are all like icebergs, I feel like. It's some underlining issues, and though you may see like, oh, I'm a good person, I'm this, I'm that, it's underlining things that need to get broke down so that the same repetitive thing won't keep happening, or the same people you're attracting and pulling towards you for whatever reason. It could be that trauma stuff that you haven't dealt with. And so I really feel like it's so much deeper than the eye.
I agree with you also, and just me personally, what I had did in the past, and I'm gonna stop doing. My purpose in life, I bring it to my relationships, and so I like projects, I like building, and so I had to learn just recently over the last year I have my purpose, and this is a relationship. Don't bring my purpose into the relationship. You get what I'm saying? Because I said, oh man,
why not?
I'm about to explain it.
Okay.
So I like projects, right? So I can make someone, I said this before, a project. It's not my responsibility.
Right.
So I'll see something, and I'll see red flags, but I see it as a challenge, like a project. Like I can put this together. I see the finished product when it's all that. And so I had to learn, like, no, hold up. I want this move-in ready.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
Now, I may have to paint a wall or put a lamp up, but, I don't want to rehab a house.
In terms of a person right now.
In the terms of a person.
Okay.
So I had to learn how to say, oh, Fred, wait, whoa, hold up now. This next time around, you're not rehabbing.
Okay.
You just You just moving in, right? And I can,
It should already be established, but that's that.
Absolutely.
That's that self-love. That's that groundedness. That's that knowing who you are. That's dealing with somebody that's conscious of the God that they are and the God that's in everything.
So, yep, you're right. So when I look at as far as expectations, me personally, when I will approach someone in the future, my expectations is that they have at this point in life someone I'm going to deal with, that they dealt with their past hurts.
Yes.
Right? So I'm expecting this, right?
Yes.
I'm expecting a woman to be ready to be loved. Right? So
come on with it, brother.
Yeah, I'm the double nickels this year. So at this point, I'm like a woman that I approach.
I ain't trying to fight.
No, I ain't trying to fight. Like, I want to be loved. I want somebody who, that's my expectations.
Yes.
A woman who, come on, what's wrong with that? Now,
ain't nothing wrong with that. Ready.
And I'm expecting a woman to, before I approach her, right, because I know God going to lead me there, that she start loving herself.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, yeah, for sure.
Yep, not her past, not her past mistakes. Right? So that's an expectation that I truly, it has nothing to do. I think we put way too much emphasis on finances.
Yep.
Right. Those things. No. Very successful people have divorced. because the person didn't love them or they didn't love themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
So we about to get this thing right tonight.
Man, let's get it right.
Right.
Let's figure it out. That's huge. A woman that wants to be loved, a woman that's ready to be loved. And all of that comes from the words that we speak. I know a lot of women say, oh, I ain't gonna ever get married. I don't need nobody and all this. Those words literally shape our future. And so a lot of people wondering why, like, I'm still single, but it's like you was just saying you don't want nobody, or you don't want to ever get married, or, you speaking negatively about the men in your life, and that shapes our world and our future. So we definitely have to be careful with that. But dealing with people that, you don't see the red flags, but they trigger you.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So no matter if they know you or not, if it's something that you're doing, it triggers the unhealed places, it's an automatic disconnect. Because if a woman is not healed from her ex and then you look a certain way, she immediately triggered like, oh my God, he just said that, like, oh boy. That's when she should know that she got unhealed situations that she need to deal with and kind of bag up. Same thing with men. Same thing with y'all.
Same
Like
here.
when you see you looking at her like, oh, I don't trust her. Oh, you getting all insecure and all this stuff, and she ain't got nothing to do with that. Nope. You need to go back to the drawing board. What are your expectations
100%.
with that?
Right. So do you agree, like earlier in the show, just a couple minutes ago, now do you think we should approach this thing differently and have expectations for the thing and not the person in the beginning?
Absolutely.
So do you think that would line up with having standards, right?
Yeah.
I read something earlier, and they said you should have standards when it comes to finances, intimacy. I'm going to read that later, but you should have that. But that's for the thing. That is for the relationship.
Right. It's for what you're desiring.
Absolutely.
That's why I feel like don't put everybody in that they the one category and giving them all the same type of treatment. It's like, yeah, I guess you gotta live and learn with that. I just see my face frown up. I felt some type of way. You gotta live and learn with that. Everybody don't get the same treatment, and it's hard to, not be yourself because people's, everybody's in different places and, whatnot. So I don't believe there's nothing wrong with having a curated list of the most important values which you feel you can never compromise on, which we talked about in our last show, which was the no-goes. And so everyone should not be sized up, like I said, to be the one. It's okay to get to know people first.
Yes.
So we should be looking for values.
Absolutely.
That's important. And when you think about ambition, everybody's not ambitious.
You know what? We say that a lot, but ambition is for the person. It's not for me.
Right.
Because if you have ambition, that means that you're going to have some peace in your life, right? But it's really not for me because I truly don't benefit from me being a man. A woman comes in with ambition, that's okay. I got provider mentality. So it's more for her.
Okay.
Right? For her peace and her life.
Got you. For what she been trying to
right, not for me.
Get to. Okay. Right. So that makes sense.
But how about you as being a woman for a man? Is that important?
Okay, so this is the thing. When you think about ambition, and these are one of the buzzwords that's going around. Everybody's like, he got to be ambitious. He got to be doing this and doing that.
Do you think that mean capable of paying all the bills?
In a way, I feel like it means that he's on the go and he a go-getter and he all over the place. I don't know if I want that type of ambition. I kind of need you to, I don't know, because nobody gets really settled. Like, I'm 38 years old and I have an idea. I'm moving toward purpose. I'm always in purpose, but, it is different things that I want to do. I don't feel like we should ever stop reaching. So if you want to say that's ambitious, then yeah, I'm ambitious when it comes
your purpose.
Yeah, my purpose, and just I think we should always be moving, but not always busy, if that makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense to me. I'd rather have a woman that's ambitious about her purpose in life. A woman that's grinding to me, that boss woman. When I see that or hear that, in my mind it says she's never going to be at home. She's never going to have time for the relationship. So me. We don't leave it there. However, I just want you can be just in your purpose. I think it's a difference, right?
Yeah.
Me, I'm just a man, right? So just looking at a woman, if you're passionate about your purpose, I love it.
Okay. So,
right? Because your purpose is never going to damage the relationship.
it shouldn't.
Greed will.
That's the truth. Okay. Did you went in the soul and get that one?
No, yeah, you already know. Greed will. Greed will always damage the relationship.
Yeah, I guess the ambition, the ambitions part, when it comes to me, I just feel like everything should flow. If it flows together, I don't see nothing wrong with it. But if you over here cutting hair, you a carpenter, you work over here, you know what I'm saying, you doing nails. As a man, that's not ambitious to me. That's like, I guess that's the hustler mentality, I guess, because everybody look at it like that. Like, I mean, we can have different hobbies. Like, I have hobbies, I have different things that I do, but as far as purpose and going and career-wise, it's always going to be to help people, no matter what that is. So, absolutely. I don't know. I guess you got, if those are values for you, being ambitious. Integrity. Oh, yes. Speak on that, Q. Speak on that. I expect you to not look at it like it's a blessing if you know that they gave you the wrong amount of change back when you get your money. Come on now. I'm going to need you to have some integrity. Don't be talking, it's a blessing. I gave her 100. She gave me 100 back. Now, you know she about to be short.
Absolutely.
That's the problem. These are values. These are expectations these are like normal things that you would want somebody to, like, come on, bro. Don't do that. Integrity.
You know what? Integrity is, yes. That may be number one.
That is service.
That probably be number one on my list.
Respect.
And accountability and integrity.
Yeah, loyalty. I mean, you don't owe me no loyal. You don't owe that in the beginning, but you can see that with people's relationships that they have outside of you if they're loyal people. Or you can see. I can tell people pleasers. I can tell people that are just want to be everything for everybody. Like I see those type of people because I was that person too.
Yes.
So you definitely can see that. Like, okay,
I was that person. I retired it. So I retired it.
You retired it?
I retired it.
Oh God.
It's not my responsibility.
It's not your responsibility.
It's not yours either.
It's not. That's good.
Can I read something here?
Yeah.
I did a little research because I like doing it, and I was told to.
Thank you.
So honesty, trust, respect, loyalty, intimacy, and personal space.
What about it?
Those came up as some of the top expectations when it comes to a relationship.
I mean, those are like, like the values when you think about empathy, courage.
Yeah.
You want somebody that can be able to stand up for you. How you feel about when the woman deals with any discrepancies? Do you feel disrespected?
Yeah, I Will Smith them.
Don't you start with that. What are you talking about? Don't you bring up that. I'm not about to play with you. I told you I ain't talking about that Will Smith mess.
But, if it's something, if we get to the point where we are in a relationship and something bothers your energy, it's bothering mine because our energy is one at that time. So most definitely.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you an example because I don't think you know what I was talking about.
I did.
Straight to the left. So look,
I went to the right.
You was ready, with the right fist. Listen, if you're out on a date and something goes wrong, something happens, and the woman takes care of it.
Oh, that one.
Do you feel disrespected?
That's funny. No. As long as she doesn't overtalk me.
Okay.
If I'm already in the process of taking care of it and she jumps in,
okay,
you have a problem with that.
Boom. Okay. I hope you heard that, ladies. This is a live show. You can call in at 313-266-2811. You can call in. We're talking about expectations when it comes to talking to other people, dating. Do you have dating expectations? Like, is that let's just deal with it. For real.
Deal with it.
Because people do have expectations. You go in this thing and you looking at people with this whole list, this laundry list of stuff, but is that helpful? I don't believe that it is. So when you think about some of the values. Again, courage, wisdom. I love for a man to teach me.
Absolutely.
I love it. But some women don't.
They don't. They'll call it controlling. Everything else. You're like, wow. But, you know, that's okay. And then you have a good friend like Q, and then I'll call Q. Like, Fred, I love that. You know what I'm saying? But
oh my goodness, Lord. Independence. Do a woman, you said, again, you don't want to go in bulldozing the house down, right? So you kind of want her to have a sense of independence, but not have the independent demeanor. Is that a thing for you?
Yeah, because I think we get that confused. I don't want an independent woman in a relationship. Now, I do want you, we're living in separate residences. So you take care of your bills, I'm taking care of mine, right? But in a relationship, no. Nope. You can leave that. Nope.
What do you mean? You said you ain't paying no bills?
Because, no, that's not what I'm saying. Because, I said...
independent.
Right. So, like, relationships are a trial run to marriage, ladies. So, your ability to follow, right? And I know the right man. I get it, right? But that's why a lot of successful women end up by themselves, because men just be like, you know what? I don't know who putting the pants on today.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
and guys be like, I'm not trying to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? I am not. So we would come back for the best parts of the situation.
Wow.
But we won't make the situation permanent. So women need to understand that. And it's not you be, what do we talk about?
Just go ahead on and say it, brother. It is what it is.
You're not downplaying yourself, right? Well, we talked about resumes, and sometimes you got to dummy your resume for the position that you're trying to obtain at that time, right?
So everything don't need to be known.
No, I just
because y'all don't care about all that. When
we do not
I got
care.
This and my doctors and I do this and then that.
You
and then
run down your credentials don't mean nothing to me, because after the date I'm still paying my car note, my rent, my light bill, everything else. It is not helping me.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, once we get into a marriage, now the way that the mindset of society is, the man is still going to be responsible for those things. And if you doubt me not, get a divorce, and you'll see that what is the man is supposedly in a diary state responsible for. So my thing is expectations on that, right?
Yeah. Keon Brown said respect is big.
It's very big.
He said realistic standards that you as a person can meet too.
Yes.
Somebody else said stable without me, and we add to each other.
Oh, thank you. All three.
That's good.
All three.
Yeah.
All three.
Thank you for those comments.
Thank you for commenting, and I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Q, I'm gonna let you go ahead and comment on that. I guess.
Oh no, I know that's a real touchy situation, right? Because again, men are turned off. They turned off with this whole independent boss chick. I got it.
No.
But kind of want a man, like, where do they place? Like, I guess the men kind of losing their place. So, I know you don't want to talk about that.
No, we can talk about it. But the expectation is, I think most men, we want a woman that's has some stability, but we don't want a boss woman. I don't. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's one of my things as far as expectations, because they're just never there. Never there.
Okay.
You basically...
you won't even get a date?
Yeah, so your expectations as far as going to date, I don't want to have you look at your schedule to pencil me in. You understand what I'm saying?
Dang, she ain't had nothing going on?
No. You got to listen to this.
I'm listening.
Because I think the guys got this.
He said facts. Okay.
That's an expectation. I don't want to have to get into a relationship with you for you to pencil me in. Okay. I got to look at my schedule. I'll let you know about Saturday. Really? Okay. So, no.
Oh, you said really?
Really? Yeah.
Like, don't worry about it then, baby.
No, I got this. Because I can most definitely fill in Saturday.
Oh. No.
While you looking at your schedule,
No.
somebody's wide open. The guy's laughing, but that's the truth, right?
They are. They like,
you can
it is
hang
what
that
it is.
phone up or text right, be like, no problem.
You know, and women can do that too, but a lot of women don't. I think we're more optimistic, I would say, when it comes to that.
I don't know. I think you guys busy yourself right out of relationships.
All right, out. Oh! Oh! We
So we're
busy ourselves out of relationships.
Right
so
out
you're
of
not
relationships.
even available.
You're not available.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So
Flexibility. So that's the flexibility.
right.
Okay.
That right there. Right.
Yeah, just being able to.
Time. So let's say time. We're expectations is. So I step to you. Mm-hmm. You received it. We start dating. Mm-hmm. So a man expects you to make the time.
Okay.
And maybe a woman does also. Right?
Yeah, a woman
Why
does.
we don't? Right. Absolutely.
A woman, yeah.
So I think time is an expectation.
So when you don't get a time from a man, does that mean he's not interested?
Okay.
When he don't make time to see you or pencil you in, because is the man supposed to just be busy? I'm trying to figure this out. And the woman's supposed to be waiting and ready?
No, you're supposed to be purpose driven. So I think I told you this before. I said, Q, don't be so busy that you don't pencil out time for what you're hoping for in the future. So whatever you do with that time, but make that time, block it off, right? If you have to fill it with working out, but it's really meant for the significant other that you're hoping for.
Yeah.
Right, you never busy yourself that much. I'm sorry.
That's good. I mean,
if you
I come to a place where I like peace. I like quiet a lot more.
If you got to grind that hard, you're not good at what you purpose that. If you got to be at it hard, no.
Yeah, be looking. So TL said ice cubes and water, they complement and add to each other. So he's saying
I like
the
that.
water, you add the ice cubes, it doesn't change the element of the water. It
Absolutely.
adds to it
because it right.
Yeah.
I like that one, brother.
Okay.
He said, I'm mad I ain't come up with that one.
He said, if you have a pop and you put ice cubes in it, it changed the flavor. It waters it down.
Yeah, I like that.
But water and ice,
it just adds. I like that.
Keon said, I tell female friends to think more.
Hold on, can I go back?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
So when I meet a woman, I'll be like, can you be my ice cube?
To my water.
To my water.
Yeah. He trying to take you, TL. He took it.
I took that. Can you be the ice? Yeah, yeah.
The ice
okay,
cube
go
to
ahead.
my water.
I had to practice that, boy. I had to look you in the eyes. No, but I had to. Yeah, I was like, hey, I'm taking it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Oh man.
Keon said, I tell female friends to think more along the lines of self-sufficient, not independent. To me, that means by yourself with quotation marks.
Yes.
Oh, independent.
We talked
Independent
about
contractors.
We
Listen,
talked
I'm getting
about
all
that.
type of revelations today.
that. Yes.
That's good. That's good.
Listen,
you guys,
women,
okay?
listen.
Linda.
I know.
Expectations
I
will
love that
change over time, but it's important to know when to have them. Dating with low expectations help you to see the person for who they really are. I feel like, once you start putting all these expectations, talking about everything you like, how you like everything, they're going to start trying to do it. Flat out. Women trying to get chose out here. Let's keep it real. So don't, talk about all these things you want. I mean, I guess women are, they are.
5-1.
I'm not about
another
to start.
show.
That's another one, because I'm not about to start
So can I
with these
say
numbers.
this, Q?
Please.
Once again, people, put an expectation on the thing and not the person. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna let you think about that, right? Because you're trying to develop a relationship. So by the time you get to the point where you meet the person, you talk to the person, when you get to the point where you say expectations go past dating, that's when you decide we're going to be together, right? So you're putting it on the thing and not the person.
Right.
And I think we men and women, we need to understand that, right? So okay, listen to this. We're going to respect our marriage, right? Think about it. We're going to respect when somebody come to your house and they're getting crazy. No, you're not going to disrespect my home. Right?
Right.
Put expectations on the thing, and there's not so much pressure on the person.
Oh, got you. Yeah, that makes sense.
Think about it. People say so. That's not what we do in our relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? On the thing, not the person.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
Having low. That was the bomb?
That was the bomb.
All right.
Thank you.
Boom. Period.
I'm about to put my sunglasses back on.
Okay. He did drop that bomb, though, didn't he? Like, have it on the thing, okay?
Yes, I love purpose.
He said,
Thank you.
Chef, okay. Having low expectations doesn't mean that you expect the worst from somebody. It simply means that you do not tie attachments to an experience or a person early on.
Yes.
I just feel like that's sabotaging, man. We put too much on people, and having all these demands and dislikes creates a 5-headed monster that would eventually show you who they are. People can't keep up with what's not normal. So if you're not spiritual, if you're not into that, don't sit here and be trying to act like you are because you're trying to get a chance.
Stop it. Stop.
Stop.
In one sentence, you talking about praise the Lord, and then the next one you talk about, so what's your sexual fantasy? You're like, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's get this.
Wait a minute, sir. Listen, don't do it. If you know.
Stop.
If you know that's not what you talking about. It's people out here that's talking about what you talking about.
Yes.
Let's just keep it real. Don't do that. Now you over here looking crazy, over here doing the robot because you don't know which way to go.
You gotta have faith of a grape seed. Like, what?
It's a mustard seed.
I know, like, man, what is you talking about? Stop it. So I agree 100%. I agree 100%. So, oh man,
the grape seed. Oh God,
I can't wait to start dating. I might have so much fun.
That's a good way to
I'm
look
gonna
at
be
it.
like, I can't stand you. All right, don't call me back.
Oh my goodness, you got my stomach. But Lord mercy, I'm not about to play with you today. I believe having standards is, like, oh my God. I believe having standards is you know your worth and you won't entertain behavior that is out of alignment of your needs. So again, that goes back to if you know that you ain't buying $2,500 purses.
Stop it.
Don't get into a relationship with the woman that come up in there like, you seen that new Louis Vuitton? You seen that? If you know you ain't that dude, stop playing with yourself. Those are standards.
Yeah.
You don't waste money on stuff like that, right?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so don't.
No, I have did that in a previous marriage. I did spend money on something like that. Yep, I did.
God, my stomach hurt.
Somebody wanted.
Oh my God. You said you did spend money because that's how they work.
Didn't have $5 to put in it when I got into it. So, oh dang. That boy was brown. She wore it with everything. That
was all. That's all she had. You is crazy, man.
However, before we go on to the next look, I'm going to repeat this because I want everybody to get this. Put expectations on the thing and not the person.
When you say the thing, go ahead and
the relationship standards, boundaries for the relationship, not the person.
Okay.
Please, that's too much pressure. They may not be ready for it. You are, they're not. You bring your I listen to Oprah Winfrey, and you said it earlier too. She said in one of her schools, she wanted something so bad for a young lady, so she got her into the school, and she was not doing very well, and she had to think about it. And she said, you know, it's what she wanted for herself at that age, right? And that's when
she was living through
expectations
her. Yeah.
are unhealthy because she wanted it so bad for herself at that age.
That she poured into that girl, but she
Yes.
wasn't ready.
No, it's not what she wanted.
Wow.
And, you know, we do that in relationships, right? Some people are not ready to be loved, right?
That's true.
They're not ready to be respected because they have not loved or respect themselves. So when you come with that, it's too much.
It's too much.
You're expecting them to want to be loved. You expecting them to want to be respected.
Yeah.
But they not doing it for themselves. It's too much.
He can get a bomb on that too. Drop it. Boom. Bam.
I'm just saying.
I'm looking. Ooh, Lord, it's hot.
Don't tune in because you're going to get these good vibes.
There you go.
And yep, an ouch moment.
For real. Seriously, like this real talk.
Yeah, we need to
have
stop this. And I love, thank you for having me on.
Yeah.
Because enough's enough, right? We've been doing this far too long, people. Let's stop it.
Yeah,
Next
for real.
generation, let's help them get it right. You know, if you're not ready to receive it, you know, pass it on. And hopefully
Pass
you
it
are.
on.
Yes, stop. We got to stop this.
Don't
Man.
sit here and suck it all up and you know you ain't ready for it.
Right.
You ain't ready for these good vibes.
You ain't ready for it.
So are you an asset? Are you an asset or a liability to yourself and others? Like that's a
To
real
others.
thing.
Oh, look at yourself first.
It's yourself first.
Yes, we said that before.
That's the commandments. Love God with all your heart, your mind, your soul. Love your neighbor as you love yourself.
Yes.
Are you an asset? These are expectations. We're talking about expectations. And if you go back to our previous relationship series, which one is this? This is number 4. So we did the approach, the question, first date, and now we're talking about dating expectations. And again, we are not experts, but we are certified in life, right? Different ages, different stages in life, just kind of bringing, you know, the different wisdom and the different experiences that we've been through or different things that we desire or see. So just consciously choosing to spend time and energy on a date with basic expectations. Like the basic is your values.
Well, Q, what's yours? If you meet a man, what's your expectations? I mean, because we didn't really. I saw a couple of mine.
He can't have his butt up in his head up in his butt. Now he gotta have a sense of humor.
What? Hold on. His
His butt up in his. He gotta have a sense of humor.
Oh, okay.
He has to have a sense of humor. Definitely some type of ground, values, belief. You know, you got to know what he wants in life. Definitely spiritual connection. That's important. Everybody don't have that, and they just want to suck off yours.
Okay.
That's irritating. I want to have deep conversations more often than not.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Why be on the surface when we're magnificent beings in our mind and we don't even use all of our mind? Like, I want to use all of it. I want to talk about some stuff. Like, it's just, it helps you. Like, that's why I read a lot and just try to, you know, I can't talk to somebody that's shallow and want to talk about TV shows and just, I'm not that one. So I'm not saying that everything's so deep and I'm just like,
I agree.
oh, because I'm well-rounded. I'm a well-rounded woman, okay?
So, like, when they start talking about the shallow stuff, like, you know, I'm going to go off. Do you give them that, hey, let me call you back?
Let me call you right back. My refrigerator open. Let me tie my shoe. I'm going to call you right back.
Yeah, call you right back and stuff.
No, it's just...
Next day, I fell asleep.
You know, I don't even play them games no more. I'm very boisterous but respectful at the same time when it comes to, you know, changing the subject or just asking, like, yeah. Or telling people, now I don't want to talk about stuff. If I don't want to talk about it, I'm going to tell them.
Yes,
You know,
I
everybody
think
talking
that's the
about this Oscars and all this, and I just be like, I don't want to talk about that.
I'm sorry I brought that up.
No, you're good, because you didn't know. My expectation can't be on you, because you don't know. You know what I'm
I
saying?
thought you
No,
were
I'm just
saying
playing.
one thing, like somebody disrespect your woman or something like that, but we're going to leave that alone.
But no, so like, if somebody talking about something that I don't want to talk about, I just say, I don't want to
is
talk
that
about
an
it.
expectation for a man to defend your honor?
What you mean?
Just what I said.
Defend my honor in what circumstance?
It can be for family. See, because sometimes family can step out of bounds. Be like, hold on. I'll be like, hold on 1 second. See, you're not about to talk to my woman like that. Yep. Yeah, we grew up together. Yep. I understand that. But no, we're not doing this.
I wouldn't say when you're dating, like, no, I don't think that's. It depends. That's kind of touchy. Because it depends on how far you are and how, you know what I'm saying?
I think that.
How far you're involved.
Oh, so how far in the dating?
Yeah, like in the process you're involved. That's
if
not
I'm
really
defending you, we've been dating
Y'all
for
together.
a while, right? You know, that because
y'all together.
we're together, right. But go ahead.
But having standards, like I said, has become a buzzword. So having standards means you're confident, not with what is based on physical appearance, job title, and achievements. If a person never sees any of those attachments, that make people feel like so grand or who are you? So that's not what I'm talking about. Now, I'm not talking about based on these physical things, but having standards, it's confidence in your worth, belonging, values, lifestyle, and your beliefs. So when you think about standards, I think everybody like, oh, I got standards. He can't. That's not really.
No.
You know, when you look at standards, it's a little deeper than that.
It's something you live by daily.
Yeah.
You know, respect for your relationship, for your mate, so that's a daily
Not
thing.
lowering yourself to try to impress anyone.
Right. That's people sometimes when they say standards, I think they tie it in with what they deserve.
Yeah, or what they feel like they deserve based off the struggle
Right.
and where
That's
they
not
are.
people.
Yeah.
That's not standards.
That's
needs.
That's wants.
Yeah.
Like
wants. Right.
Yeah, I think that's what we were talking about. Just people on this journey and they feel like they owe something to themselves, so they go hard in on that, and then want a person to respect that grind and that hustle when really that's your, a lot of people give. I think we were talking about the vows people give to themselves.
Yes.
I'm never gonna be broke again. I ain't never gonna do this again. I ain't never gonna. So you operating in a space where your mind is fixed on, I'm never gonna let this happen again. I'm never gonna do this. I'm never gonna do that. And the person that you bring into your life don't know about these vows you have.
You're right. In marriage counseling, when I was married, now they talked about that, and they talk about the iceberg, right? And all these these promises and vows you make to yourself, and they can destroy a relationship, right? Because they're always based on some type of hurt from the past. So I'm never going to let this happen to me again.
Right,
This person never had intentions to do this to you, right? So I agree with you 100%. The vows you made to yourself, man, don't put them on another person.
Yeah.
They should be things for self-improvement.
Yes, because that's basically what it is. Even with the new boss woman situation, it's
How's the weather outside today?
I didn't want to say
I didn't want to go there.
Listen, I'm just saying, because we were talking about the demeanor and the spirit. So I was talking to my daughter today. She's only 17, but I noticed when she was talking, it was a bit harsh. And I had to tell her, like, because I was frowning up when she was talking, like, whoa. And I do that now when I see different things happening on the outside looking in. You start looking at yourself and how do you approach certain situations? How is your body cues and your face? And how are you inviting? Are you, do you push people off? Like, what are you giving off? So when I seen my daughter talking like that, I said, no matter what you're talking about, you shouldn't allow it to change, everything about it's something real small. And you over here just frowned up like. So I think women do that a lot, not knowing. It's your demeanor and your spirit that men see first. It's like, oh, should I go up and say something to her? Should I say, So just having expectations on yourself, I feel like women, we should be a little bit more softer, a little bit more inviting, and, not always feeling like men are intimidated. Because I know I used to say that too, like, they don't, because of my height and my this and my that. But, being intimidated, I think that's our outlook on the situation versus a man. Like, how can I say that you're intimidated by me?
So are you saying
that
actually you're, it's like a reverse? Maybe you're feeling that way and the other person is not, or what are you saying?
I mean, how do
Why
you,
is that the first
how do you
go-to?
take
Because
that?
I've heard that before.
Yeah, so
like,
how do you take that when women say,
oh,
why are you not talking to anybody? And I say, oh, because men are intimidated by me.
and then
You try to think about what you're going to say?
no. My first thought, I'd be like, what?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if you run it down your credentials, everything else, I was like, okay, so that's nice, but really? It's more so maybe your spirit, like you said, in your demeanor, that is not attractive. You know, if you're carrying, and you had a show on this, a masculine spirit about yourself, you know, a man is not attracted to naturally another man. So, no, it's never attractive. You know, we got to, you know, cut that out.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah. But anyway, expectations.
Yes.
So, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Should the physical be a part of it? Because I know
when it comes to
talk,
what you want?
yes.
Yes, I think, men want eye candy. Y'all ain't going for the, you know, women want eye candy. You're not going to the quietest, most preserved, glasses on, looking like a library person in the room.
No, let me tell you something. If I'm out to dinner with you and you say, I'm going to go to the restroom, on the way back, I want to be like, you know, yeah, come on now. Be like, you know,
When
I
she
ain't
get
trying to
up,
look
like-
oh, man.
Like, dang,
So
she
I-
got something on her shoe.
So the physical part. So
That's a natural.
the nails,
it just shouldn't be
the
everything, though.
shape. No. But we discussed the other part. I said, should that be a part of it? And I said, yes.
What, the physical?
Yeah, I believe so. Yep. Because what makes a man approach a woman is the physical first.
Okay.
Or what makes you receive the man is the physical. Let's be honest about it,
The
right?
confidence.
Yeah. It can be the
It's the confidence for
right?
women, because it's not always the physical.
But
honey.
with a man, we
'Cause,
love beautiful things. So
It's not always the physical.
So
it
it's
definitely
different.
is the confidence.
So for us, it's going to be on the physical. So because I don't want to leave out a part of the audience that may say, "Hey, what about the physical part? Is that it? The expectation?" Yes, it is, and it's a fair one.
It is. I mean, it's fair.
So I expect you to keep yourself up, and I think it's one of the things that will sustain a relationship outside a person's purpose. You may just love the way the guy walk, the way he hold his hands, or whatever the case may be. You hold on to that one thing. I always said that. So I think the physical part is a big part of an expectation. And
it is.
yeah.
It is. You definitely want something to look at.
Yeah, let's hit it all, right? Because you said a sense of humor, some
we did leave that out
ambition
there.
and drive, and the physical.
I mean, the foundation. You have to know who you are. You have to know. You have to have gone through, or constantly going through, consciously going through your healing process. I don't want no project either. I'm not trying to I'm gonna be there for you. I'm going to encourage you. I am that woman. I'm gonna push you. You tell me you want to do something, I'm gonna encourage you to do it. I'm gonna push you to do it. But I don't want to sit there and figure your life out for you. So no, I don't want a project either. I kind of want somebody that's, established, know what they want, settled. Like you know who you are. Once you know who you are, everything else just flows.
I agree 100%.
It just flows.
Purpose is sexy.
Yeah, just knowing who you are
That's
and
my thing.
what you want in life.
That's right.
And having a sense of humor, not always so tight, man.
Tight.
Life, the way life's set up, man, if you don't enjoy these moments, if you don't enjoy your right now, you so busy that you flopping in the bed, ain't really getting nothing done, pouring yourself out to everything and everybody except for you.
Absolutely.
Please,
Yes.
stop it already.
Like yesterday.
How tall are you and would you date a shorter man? Ain't nothing wrong with a short man. I found that out. I definitely found that out. Being tall, it's about confidence. That's what I'm talking about. Get your man out the gutter.
It's about why you figure why it's in the gutter?
It's about confidence. So I did feel like I'm a tall woman that, you know, when we grow up, you want a tall man, you want to look up to somebody. You see all these women getting picked up and swung around and, you know, listen, I'm too big.
Too, you know.
I'm too big. Ain't nobody picking me up. So I think naturally, like tall women, that's what we, you know, that's our expectation is to have a tall man. And I feel like all the tall men have shorter women. So, you know, when I did talk to somebody that was shorter than me, it was like, oh, it's not that bad.
It's not.
As long as you have that confidence is important. So that was for you to cut 2009. That was for you. I'm 5'10". Yes, I'm tall.
Yeah, every bit of it.
Listen, is there anything else you want to say while we wrap it up? This was a good conversation.
This was a good conversation, and just to speak to this relationship series, we laugh, we joke a lot, but we're serious about what we're saying.
Definitely.
It's just to activate a different part of your mind, different questions to ask, different ways to look at things. So, you know, the things that your heart desire, you know, you can get these things, right? You just have to approach them differently. So you have to release what society says and your friends and just go from your heart, you know? And so I believe that's what this particular series is about. Mm-hmm. It's about looking at things differently.
Looking at things differently.
And as I talk to Q and I do my research, to get information to you is helping me.
Definitely.
And that's a blessing. And, you know, because I see areas in my life that I may have fell short. I'm like, wow, I was doing this very thing. Mm-hmm. So, like the first series we said, approach yourself. And I truly had to when I did that research. Mm-hmm. So, as we go along with this, I'm growing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
me too.
I am growing. So I love it. And hopefully you guys are also.
Yeah, I hope that this helps somebody. They over here laughing at me. Oh, my God. Yes. I see you, Mardetria. Hey, girl. I see you. So, yeah, I learned through the good and the bad. Yes. I appreciate all my experiences. You know, the people that I come in contact with, the wisdom that I get, like, when you talking and you like, no, listen, Q, I'm listening.
Yes.
I don't try to over talk. I don't be like, no, but let me, because I respect the wisdom. I respect, you know, the age difference and your experiences that have gotten you to